Hello friends, welcome back to This is the Police. Immigrants in city up at 19%. Ambulance driver takes down robber addict. Bishop demands name change for Holy House Pizza. I don't like Holy House Pizza because they duped me. They didn't really. But I didn't spot the halo on their logo. That was about 15 episodes ago now, probably. Pavlovina. I was up all night reading an exciting detective story. Blah de blah de blah. This is your first day. How fucking dare you request a day off? It's a 12 officer shift. We're gonna have some more store-bought amnesty. Because I know this song doesn't flag up on YouTube. It's a sad day. We're losing 2/3 of the original Team Asia. Actually, I don't think Murata was original Team Asia. Tsubaki might not have been either. I don't know. A young man became outraged when an elderly woman broke in front of him in line and he struck her with force. A cleaning woman tried to intervene, but she came under blows as well. Stovall and Robbins, out to that one. The car monument has been strapped with explosives. The clear voice yelled into the phone and then the line went dead. This may well be a false alarm, but not worth the risk. And this is an attempted robbery in a residential area. Janet Salazar Guerrero startled an intruder who was trying to break into her house. He kept yelling things in a drunken voice. Said if I didn't open up, there'd be trouble. Okay. Simpson Godborner, take Pavlovina with you. Show her the road. Taylor's alcohol problems seem to have dissipated. This is shift A, which I believe now has 15 officers. 3 of them are at school. Drug use, Desire Park. Mrs. House called in a complaint about some addicts who are loitering around the Edgar Allan Poe monument. They're turning their brains to mush. They shoot up right there in the park in broad daylight. No shame, no conscience. What about your husband, Mrs. House? With his Vicodin addiction. Huh? The drunken man mistakenly thought he was breaking into his own house and his wife was refusing to let him in. This is the assault in the hospital. Stovall and Robbins went to that and they nailed it. Out of the park. It wasn't a bomb. Some children decided to play terrorist and taped some wires to a normal shoebox. Attempted carjacking at the Fur store. A teenager stole an expensive car but lost control and crashed the vehicle and ended up fleeing the scene. We've got our good detectives for this one. Let's get the entire team on it. Anyone in the labour market? No. It'll come up 2 when there is. Okay, that's fine. Several overgrown men in dirty clothes are leaning against the monument. It seems they are sedated. Next to them are a few syringes and tourniquets. Anybody got an extra dose? Turn on the siren, shake the addicts awake and read them their rights. Turn on the siren, let's waken them all up. One of the addicts says, "Cops," and tries to crawl away. Get down on all fours and try to catch the addict in a fair race. Man, we can't keep up with you. Let's go with that. Oh man. Oh, I should have picked the get down on all fours one. Firefight in Chinatown. Students report a serious fight going down on the street outside their dorm. Several people are shooting at each other with machine guns right in the middle of a road. Pedestrians are hiding behind cars and someone is bleeding on the pavement. This has all the markings of a mafia war. That means it has all the markings of getting our guys out there. Stovall, Robbins, Purdy, Godbomber, Baloney, Krauser, Guy, and the SWAT team. Attempted carjacking. Investigation has started. I'd say it was quite a successful carjacking. Wow, 8 frames. Fuck me. Massacre at Desire Park. Jesus Christ, okay. I came to the park to play chess, and then people started running past, screaming, covered in blood, reported the breathless Mr. Connolly. I just ran as fast as I could. It was terrible. That's going to be a false alarm. Fraud. Office building. We've received 12 complaints about MoneyGrow, a company which promises reliable investment returns. Once they get the money, they started avoiding all their investors. They became belligerent and urged even their big investors to simply trust them. Brett Bryant, who lost over $10,000, said the director of MoneyGrow has withdrawn all the money and is preparing to flee the country. Simpson, Grant, Song, Pavlovena. We're going to wait for squad to come back. They might not be able to. Okay, there are 7 people out there with a SWAT team and they need more. It doesn't look like we're going to be responding to this massacre. We have something going down today in Chinatown at 10 o'clock. $1,500. I might need to answer that call. Right, reporting the firefight. Okay, fraud office building. Seeing the police, a woman quickly hides a file in the safe, then grabs a stack of papers from the table and waves them in the air, saying, "Our paperwork in order, we're a real company." Take the hidden file from the safe, grab the stack of papers and beat the woman's face with them. What do you have in the safe? Take the hidden file from the safe. That is straightforward. Reporting the massacre, false alarm. Mr. Connolly was experiencing the Indian Festival of Colours for the first time. Reporting a firefight? Well, at least no one's dead. It went well. Loot found? Yeah. Rape, Atticus Tower. The secretary at the Blink Zone studio reported that a trainee photographer became so excited during a nude shoot that he attacked the model and intends to rape her. Hurry, he locked himself in a room with her and he's tying her up with cables. Hopefully we'll get someone back in time to answer that. Yeah, we'll get quite a few people back. Stovall, Robbins and Baloney. It's the dream team. Stovall's probably going to rape her anyway, so, you know. Bill Buckler, again, I'm sure we've seen him before, saw a truck and a few cars near his farm. Around them was a group of about 10 people arguing. It's always 10 people in this farm. The farmer wanted to drive these suspicious folks away from there, but when they saw him, they grabbed some weapons from their vehicles and opened fire. Buckler somehow managed to get back to the house safely and called the police. Right, this is serious, so... Purdy, Godbomber, Krause, Guy, Taylor, SWAT team, and Paddy Wagon. That's 5 out of 10. We've got a few seconds. We'll wait for the other guys to come back. What's this other one? Assault Entertainment District. During a bodybuilding show, a small group of girls burst into the room and did something that threatens the very lives of the participants. One of the bodybuilders put in the call to the police, but his words were slurred as he spoke through his tears, so he was unable to clearly explain the situation. We're definitely getting a serious presence out to this one. We'll leave Song and Krause. They can react to the drunken bodybuilder. Maybe it's not a drunken bodybuilder though, maybe it's someone who's been poisoned. Report on the rape. Offender caught, officers unharmed, civilian raped by Stovall. We're not going to lose any sleep if we don't answer that Chinatown call. Men with automatic weapons have surrounded the farmer's house. He's struggling to put up a fight, but he's just armed with an old gun. Get close to the criminals by crawling across the field. Ambush and beat the criminals in the truck before they can sound the alarm. And go over to the criminals' cars and start shouting and jumping around. Ambush and beat them in the truck before they can sound the alarm. The suspects jump into their cars shouting, "Who's going to stay to watch the stuff?" Shoot to kill. Grab a pitchfork and pounce on the criminals. Drop your weapons and eat dirt. Drop your weapons and eat dirt, guys. That was a tough situation, but Purdy, in particular, handled it very well, I feel. We're selling more weapons, mafia-wise. Report on the assault. The girls were just shouting insults and belittling the bodybuilder lifestyle, which brought the muscle-bound mopes to tears. Report on the carjacking. We've got 3 frames. It's not going to be enough. Men armed with knives and iron bars broke into the club, determined to show those yellow slopes how we fight here in Freeburg. The fight spread and several bystanders were drawn in, but one managed to escape and called the police. I'm not sending 3 people to that. I'll just take the $1,500, I'll take the rap on the wrists from City Hall, and we'll be done with it. Yeah, civilian killed, I know. I fucking know, okay? If I had 6 people to send to that, I would have sent 6 people to that. We're ending day 89. How is Shift B looking? Pretty good. 13 cops. We can end the day there.
Needless to say, I really miss them a lot. I can't wait for the moment when I'll see them again.
Wouldn't you like to see me?
Oh, Lana, but we,
Let me guess. You've thought about it, but then you realized this can only bring us more suffering. Besides, it's dangerous given the kind of work we do, and why ruin things when everything is going so well, right?
Well, if you know what I think, then you must be thinking the same thing.
Yeah, Jack. Because it's true. But is it fair?
You know what wouldn't have been fair? If your friends caught you in a karaoke bar with an old man.
With an old man?
Maybe you imagine you've been talking to a young Greek god with long golden hair, but I'm a 60-year-old man, Lana.
Listen to me, Jack. Ever since high school, I've been surrounded by old men. At university, half my classmates were old men. They might have been 18 years old, but they were already half in the grave. No goals, no ideas, just endless burned-out looks on their faces, exhausted and empty. At work, even my younger colleagues act like old men. They don't have the stomach for a fight. They're already dreaming of retirement. And then there's you, Jack. The only man for a long time who felt the same age as me. Because you fight. Because there's life inside you.
Lana, it's, Damn, it's true. There's life in me yet.
Jack, you're so cocky.
Oh, excuse me, miss. I am the most promising young prosecutor in the country.
You know it's true.
Okay. City Hall seemed to like it. Okay. I thought for sure, if we let that Chinatown incident go, City Hall would be all over us, but apparently they're okay. The papers are all shit today, so move on. Jack's being a horn dog. Lana's Probably luring him into some sort of ambush. No one wants a day off. Charleston did well. Beardsell did well. Quatch did well. And Weinberger did well. Well done, guys. Drug use in suburbs. An informant gave us an address for one of the biggest drug houses in the city. According to our information, there are about 3 dozen drug addicts, many of them armed. Just the past day, 3 people in there were shot dead and thrown in a corner to rot. Jesus Christ, let's get... Let's send out a full team for that. It's first thing in the morning. First thing in the morning tends to be quite quiet. Let's invite ourselves to claim everything we can from City Hall. Bomb threat, Freeburg Elementary School. Jesus. Okay, a PE teacher noticed a suspicious van parked near the school. There was no one inside, but I heard some kind of strange machine running in the back. Just like in the movies. Do we need to evacuate the school? You know, I'm pretty sure you don't. Watch this, the first call I've sent everyone out to, as it say, will be a false alarm, and that will be a bomb at the school. In the shadows and corners, dozens of people lay unconscious, and bags and syringes are scattered everywhere. Call an ambulance, begin to process the addicts who are still conscious, cordon off the building and move all the addicts out, grab a random addict and give him mouth to mouth. Call an ambulance. A naked addict with a shotgun flies out of the bathroom and starts putting holes in the ceiling. Shoot him, hide behind a sofa and wait until he runs out of ammo, fall to the ground and hide among the drug addicts. Hide behind a sofa. Loot found, heroin. Sell that onto the mafia. Probably back to the same fucking drug addicts. Reckless endangerment of Freeburg Zoo. Hellacious cramp in my left leg. Let's at least get Pongdana and Ozaki out to that one. 4 activists from the group Life After Meat, in a show of support for their fellow animals, entered the zoo and used bolt cutters to remove the locks from the cages. Several wild animals have gotten loose and some are attacking the zoo's visitors. Okay, so Pongdana Ozaki. We'll get Gorshkov and Sanu on that one. Send them with a paddy wagon. Reporting the bomb threat. No bombs in the van, just a bunch of antiques. The van belongs to a junk dealer and collector. Cool. Armed robbery, Muslim quarter. Wow, this is new. Okay, the reckless endangerment is more serious than they thought. Let's get Everts, Kubilius and Jensen out there. Armed robbery, Muslim quarter. We've just got a call from the Halal grocery. 2 armed robbers wearing US president masks just cleaned out the cash box. Robbins, Alejandro and Antonashi. We've got Dowell, Vasilev and White. Several people are smashing the glass entrance to the cinema and tearing up the posters outside. They're shouting, "Modern cinema corrupts the youth," and someone just pulled out a Molotov cocktail. Well, we've got 3 cops. We'll send 3 cops. Okay, report on reckless endangerment. Hongdana, incidentally, is up to 1,000 points. Now 1,010. Atticus Court. Mr. Boy, my old rival Jim Gates, has returned to the city. The last few years he spent in China, setting up his factories there. Now he wants to flood the city with cheap knockoffs, threatening every honest businessman in Freeburg. At the present time, he is staying at the True Colour Hotel, and plans to buy a house outside the city. I want you to show him the true terror capable of law enforcement agencies. He's to understand that he's not welcome here in Freeburg. Okay. Report on the armed robbery, which seems to have gone well. Yeah, thank you. Domestic disturbance in the suburbs. According to Mr. Adams, the Earth is about to be struck by a giant meteor. You see how dark it just got outside? There's a meteor blocking out the sun, and there's stones falling on my roof. They're from the meteor. One of them just broke the kitchen window. I have to get my family to safety. Send someone to help. Go fuck yourself. Destruction of property. One of these hooligans is trying to light a Molotov cocktail, but his lighter won't strike. Try to grab the Molotov cocktail. Pass him your Zippo. Deploy fire extinguishers. Let's get the fire extinguishers out. Right. I'd like to wait for White and Alejandro to get back. Armed robbery, Riverbank. Mr. Yakovsky withdrew a large sum from his bank account. Then, while he was getting into his car, a man carrying a gun approached him from behind. He told me not to turn around and hand over the money. Then he ran away. When I finally turned around, I saw a tall figure in a hood ducking up the alley. This one seems relatively serious, so we'll take it seriously. Right, we're gonna give you Robbins and Antanashi. Is that gonna be enough? Nope. Fine, take Gorshkov with you. It's a waste of time. Right, we're answering this. We're giving you White, Alejandro, and Jensen. The former chef of a restaurant in Chinatown says that the kitchen is used to sort and cut heroin. My friend had an overdose from the garbage they mix up in there. I want those bastards to pay. We've got 20 seconds. We can probably wait for someone to come back. No. Vasilev. Now there's a mass riot at the Moonlight Soccer Stadium. Ugh. Mr. Adams was overreacting to a hailstorm. Storm clouds overhead, that's why the sky was dark. There's no way the two of them are going to go to that. And there was a death. Damn it. 6,000 from Mr. Atticus. Okay, armed robbery complete. We found money. We've got a few people back, so we can probably react to this. Local fans have bought up all the bananas at the grocery stores, preparing to taunt the rival football team, which consists almost entirely of dark-skinned men. A judge has been forced to stop the game unless the fans will allow order to be restored, but our fans don't seem to want to settle down. They're singing racist songs and working each other up into a frenzy. The situation could get ugly. Well, it's gonna get ugly. Because Gorshkov's on it. Oh god. An elderly widow was visiting the grave of her husband when she heard some terrible sounds, wheezing, moaning and rustling, as if someone was trying to climb up out of the ground. Nope, not buying it. The park was raided by the young musical group Motorman, which staged a spontaneous anti-government concert and immediately pulled in dozens of fans. We're letting both of them go. Noise complaint, Unicorns of Arcadia. Ayan Kazmi called in a loud music complaint. Apparently he regrets moving in next to a nightclub. I've had it up to here with these fucking queers. Unless you do something about it, the whole neighbourhood is going to go down there and tear them to pieces. It's a nightclub. Fucking get over it. We're going to send a few cops, basically to fucking keep the peace. The sounds came from an African grey parrot which had flown into the cemetery. Soon the owner of the parrot found him and took him home. I better keep a closer eye on his cage door. Okay, so there was, I suppose, a crime there, but, you know, music, who cares? Oh guys, you don't even realise the backup you're about to get. It's the end of the day, we're sending everyone. Noise complaint report. Well, we caught an offender. Don't know who the offender was. Whether it was the entire patronage of the gay bar for making noise. How dare they? And a report on the mass riot. Well, day 90 went relatively well. I don't know how we run out of cops towards the end there when we have 13 on the shift. But hey, one of those things, I guess. It's a side effect of me putting more cops than I need to for most cases. Anyway, we can quite confidently end the day there. We have officially reached the halfway point. We are in good standing with the Mafia, in reasonable standing with City Hall. So that's probably a good place to end. Thanks for watching, friends. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Again, like, comment, subscribe, blah blah blah. You don't want to listen to me talking about all this. So, until next time, bye for now.